Oh yeah, you notice that?
Yeah. I didn't notice it.
I went back and watched it and seen it before they ever like did that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then when they show her again, she's missing one of the stones.
Mm-hmm. Dude, the details is what made that show good, though, dude.
Alright, turn that shit off, dude. That shit is so annoying. It's like, listen, dude, listening to you on TikTok is like listening to a fucking 5 seconds of 1,000 commercials in a row. It's so annoying.
Because I skip all the dumb shit.
Alright, I made the announcement. Here you go, Tom.
It's dumb.
Alright. Are crawling
What
through
are you
this?
doing with this, dude? This is in my way. Get rid of that shit.
Alright, should I crawl under the table?
No,
Crawl
crawl
on it,
over
over
top of it.
I'm gonna bolt it.
Oh my god. Look, you can see your balls. Stop looking. Fucking gross.
Alright.
What shorts you wearing, dude?
Okay. Alright, guys. Why are you listening to music right now?
Oh yeah, I was gonna go to the thing.
Alright, guys. This is the Breakroom podcast starring Pennywise, Frogman, and Tom85. Today we're going to be covering the topics of the Deej and Otter Alliance, the Frog Factory, and the video game integration into Web3. So to start this off, I want to go over the video games. We just got an update from our developer that on-chain transactions, it's like almost ready to go. So what that means is like their deposits, they're working right now on the token deposit, so you can actually deposit the tokens onto the video game in order to play it, because that's the whole point of tokens as a whole. And then
So you don't have to do one at a time. You can, in other words, if you played one at a time, you would have to do a fee every time. This way you can put a bunch on at once.
you can load it up and then play, etc. And it's also to make sure people aren't cheating the system, like playing and not paying tokens, because if you guys have ever seen that movie, you got to get the quarters. So the quarters are the tokens.
The what one?
Oh my god.
Yeah, what movie are you talking about?
I don't know. You said it was a movie. It was like, just we want the quarters.
What?
Get the goal is to get the quarters in the machines.
What are you talking about?
Wayne's World, maybe. I don't know. Never mind.
Wayne's World. Wayne's World.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
Party
I know
time.
what you're talking about.
yeah. So that's the video game. That's kind of the update on it. We're looking at late January for that. Sorry for the delays. It's a lot of work putting it onto the blockchain, etc. And now to go over. Okay, on the forklift certs, you guys have asking what the DOA meant. What that is Deej and Otter Alliance. That's I'll let you take it from here about what it is.
What?
Do you want me to tell them what Deej and Otter Alliance is, or you want me to?
Yeah, I'm just here to read the questions.
Oh, okay. Deej and Otter Alliance. I've been teasing otters a lot. This is our first time officially announcing it. We will be doing a project under the factory. That's why it changed from Frog Factory to the factory on the Discord.
And because of like all the art and stuff we do for people. It's just more all-encompassing.
So that's why the Discord title has changed. What Deej and Otter Alliance is it's going to be a collection of otters. We picked otters because they're the bosses of the frogs. It's Frog Factory. The frogs work in a factory, so they obviously need a boss. That's why I said, which side are you going to pick in the uprising of the otters? Now, we've been working on something that no other project has done. This is something that I've been talking about, but I haven't told anybody. It is how would you describe it?
Build an otter.
Like, yeah, it's like you build an otter,
Like-
so...
Like DraftKings.
DraftKings.
So you'll have X amount of credits. The credits will be used in the system, and you can pick what trait your otter has. This will be...
Custom build your own otter.
Yeah.
And there'll be tiers. So in other words, you'll get like a salary cap. So we'll say like 100 credits or whatever. So the clothes, there'll be different tiers. Each one will be more expensive. So you have total control over the rarity.
This will be a revealment, so that way jungle and stuff can't scrape the data, and people...
I mean,
Yeah.
you'll have control of what your otter will be, but if you make one thinking it's going to be a rare one, and I make one that's the
Yeah.
exact same one or whatever, then obviously it's not a rare one. So you don't actually have control of what the rarity is going to be, but you have a say in the traits. You have 100% say in the traits that you put
Yeah,
into it.
exactly. So like, just because, you know, this jacket or this t-shirt is in the expensive tier, I mean, depending on how people are building stuff, one of the cheap clothes might be a more rare one.
Because people are going to think like, oh, the expensive one's going to be rare. Nobody's going to pick that, and then they're going to pick it, and then it may be the cheap one. So what this is going to do is a lot of times in mints you see people like questioning who made the rarity, like this, that, the other. This is going to completely get rid of that. Like you can't fake a rarity if you guys are the ones creating it. This is also it's going to be a reveal mint, so people aren't just continuously making more rare ones off of what it is. So it'll be revealed after it's sold out. The collection size is going to be smaller than the Frog Factory because we want to spend a lot of time on it, and it's going to be easier all around.
We're gonna have a big, or not a huge chunk, but a pretty reasonable chunk that are gonna be minted with Toadkin too.
Yeah, so that's going to give some more Toadkin's utility. What this is also going to help out the Frog Factory as a whole is it's everybody knows in this space whenever the most hype time for a project is right before a mint. So since it's under the factory name, it's all going to be under the same Discord. Bringing attention to otters is going to bring attention to frogs, forklifts, everything we've done. It's going to be I wouldn't say a marketing strategy, but it's definitely going to help out the Discord and everything. And
as always, the
more people is always better.
And the forklift certs automatically guarantee your whitelist spot.
The DOA.
Yeah, that's why we put the DOA on it. I told you guys that they meant something, and they do. So that's going to be your whitelist token to these otters. And like I said, these whitelists are going to be crucial as it is going to be a smaller collection size. And then the utility, I'm not going to talk about all of it, but just know that they will be encompassed in the games. And then now to talk a little bit more upon the games. Oh, real quick disclaimer. We wanted to tell you guys about this now. We've thought about this, I'd say, like 2 months ago? We've been planning this. So if anybody does it before us, we did it first. Nobody else has had to build a mint, so we will be the first to do it.
Yeah, we got the time-stamped convos with Anvil.
You heard it here. So that tool's being developed right now. And we'll start showing you guys sneak peeks.
And another thing that's cool about it too is I know like Wayman collects punk rock jackets for different mints and stuff that he finds cool.
And tattooed.
And tattooed ones. So like if you have a collection of, like a certain trait like laser beam eyes or whatever it is that's your thing, you know what I mean? You'll be able to mint one and guarantee you get that.
Yeah.
So.
That is one of the cooler parts about it, because like I always, like he said, I'll go and like I tried to get a Chilled Kong punk rock jacket, and like I could never afford one. I can't afford one now because they're like 10,000 ADA or something crazy. So you'll have total control over what you get, and you know what? If it's something that you like and a whole bunch of other people like, it might end up being a rare one.
So yeah,
and we're gonna do a gang of traits too. So
yeah, we've already started.
So it's. I don't know if we're gonna get the numbers we did with the frogs, but we're gonna do a gang of them. So there'll be a lot of options, a lot of cool different designs. That you could do.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there'll be more to come with that too, as soon as we get the website and stuff built, because as we know more of what Anvil's putting into it for us, then. We'll be able to disclose more.
Yeah.
We're gonna make a pretty dummy-proof guide on how to build your otter. We might use frog traits if we want to do it soon, just so you don't have to wait for us to draw otter traits. Just kind of show you how it's gonna work. It's pretty straightforward. It's just
it's like build a bear.
kind of, and we're gonna have different content. We're gonna have different contests too, so you can. So let's say if you're just a regular going to mint, you might have 100 credits to build your otter. Well, we're going to be doing contests to where you can get
110, 115.
Yeah, if you have a whitelist from the forklift certs, that'll probably be 125 credits or something to start.
So you can buy higher tiered.
But also remember, that doesn't mean that you're going to get a super rare one. You could, but it's all based off when everything's minted out.
Yeah, like I said, it will be a reveal mint, so
go for what you want, not for what you think is going to be rare.
Yeah, or do both.
Yeah.
Yeah, do what you want to do with it.
And then Cindy and I see he just said, what if you have multiple forklift certs with DOA? Then you have multiple whitelist.
Sell them.
Yeah, sell them, etc. Like, we're going to be doing now that we've done a project and we kind of understand how to, I wouldn't say hype it up, but like let people know we're having another project. Those, in my opinion, should be more valuable. As more people are coming in, they're going to want the whitelist, etc. So it's going to bring value to search as well. And like I said, we're going to be announcing utility with it, etc. But that's kind of covering the DOA and what it is.
It all benefits frogs.
Yeah, it's all under the factory name. So if otters win, frogs win, vice versa. Now, what I wanted to talk about on the games, something that we've also been working on, is we've seen a lot of success in other projects that provide a service to other projects, such as like Dirt, Mutants, like they provide staking to other projects. What we're working on is it's going to be, we want to be able to offer these games to other projects to where they can use their native tokens on the games, like for their project, so they can put up their prize or something with it, and they can use their native tokens in order to play the game. So, and what's it called? That's going to bring more people in, and it's also, say we do a service fee, like kind of like what Mutants did, where it's like 10 frogs and you can do it, or 10 whatnot.
Yeah. So we already have 1.5 games done. So.
Yeah. So in the first game, it's an endless runner. A lot of you have played it. It's in the Discord. And then the second one, it's going to be a Frogger style. So traditional. What's that Game Boy they played it on? Back in the day? Atari, yeah, that one. So if you're from
arcade,
yeah, if you're from that time period, maybe it'll bring back some nostalgia. Now that covers the DOA, the video games. I've still been working on clothes. It hasn't been the most popular opinion in the Discord, but it's being worked upon. And then what's it called? If anybody has any questions, feel free.
We still have some Frog Factory shirts that we could give away, or
yeah, I did a
run
poll.
a contest or something. I mean, whatever, I don't know.
Yeah, I did a poll a while back asking if we did some contest for them, if you guys would pay shipping in the States or wherever you are, and you guys voted yes. So we can definitely do some projects, or not projects, but contests for those. And then another thing I wanted to touch on, due to popular demand, I told you guys I'd hook it up something for Christmas. So tomorrow, Tuesday, the forklift mint will be open to where you can mint without a cert, and that's going to be open until Friday. So we're doing it a limited time, but that way, if you guys want some parts, you don't want to go buy certs right now, you can be able to go mint parts for that like period of time, and that was due to popular demand.
Yeah, and all the certs that don't get minted. So in other words, there's 1,000 that exist. If a bunch of parts get minted, or if it mints out or whatever, and there's only like 700 right now, the ones that don't get minted will probably just get burned. So there won't be 1,000 whitelists for the otters that way. There'll only be however many exist.
Yeah. And like we said, we're going to make these whitelists more valuable than just a normal whitelist that we're going to have ways to earn. It's going to probably offer more credits in order to build your otter.
Yeah. And rolls.
Or maybe, you have to be whitelisted to mint with the tokens or something.
Yeah, we...
No.
Toadkins is you're gonna be able to mint them.
The toadkin, the however many we set aside to mint with toadkins is gonna be first come, first serve. No whitelist.
Is it?
No, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that way, because I kind of got that idea from Mallards with their relics, and it was really cool to see how they did that.
Absolutely.
So yeah, just first come, first serve on those. We might do like a couple thousand.
Yes.
Or just toadkins, which that's going to cost us a lot of money to do that. So there's minting fees.
Yeah, for sure. So you guys are gonna, what's it called? Stake those frogs if you want to take advantage of that, or don't pay the ADA.
Yeah.
That's cool with us. What'd Sidian say? My question is, use case the otters versus the Frog Factory forklift parts. Like I said, it's going to be incorporated in the game, and I'm going to announce more as it comes, but we don't want to just disclose everything right now. We definitely want to build up, use it to build hype, etc.
Yeah, and so what I was going to say is, like, as far as getting more credits to build your otter, obviously roles in the Discord will have something too. If you have a certain role, then you'll get more credits. But also, we're going to be doing stuff in the Discord as we get on board, like new members. Different like invite contests, different levels, different stuff like that. Just the same stuff you've seen in other Discords to help build, because like we've killed it with a small Discord, and if we had a big Discord and had our name out there more, I think we'd be killing it even more. So
Yeah, absolutely. That's kind of the point of these podcasts too. There's only a few CNFT YouTubers and stuff, so
and they all do the same thing. Like no disrespect to any of them. Like we met all of them in Las Vegas, but I mean, it's all the same shit. That's why
I met DZ.
that's why we made. That's why I made Keaton make that thumbnail. The oh my god, I'm taking a dick thumbnail.
You're gonna get canceled, Tom.
I don't care, dude. It's lame.
Yeah.
What does that say?
So we did do this to, kind of make fun of people, but also, it's gonna bring in more eyes. Like I know.
What is my question is more, what is the use case of the otters versus the frogs forklifts parts? So one little thing that we can say is it will be like a bonus to your winnings. So in other words, so the endless runner, just as a little bit of a breakdown, the endless runner will be, top 1,000 frogs can win the prize every week, and then a trait that we pick. So everyone that way, even if you don't have a top 1,000 frog, which isn't hard to get right now, you can still have a chance. Like if you don't have one, but you have like 5 frogs, just wait till your trait's picked, and then you can go in there. The Frogger style game will be all completed forklifts. So that'll be, there won't be 1,000 of those. Like that's how many can exist altogether. But I know there probably won't be 1,000 completed ones.
Yeah, it's just.
And those
not
would be the
realistic.
only people that can win the
Yeah,
prize.
that and also like whatever trait we pick. So the Frogger style game might be a little bit more competitive, but easy. It's oxymoronic. Competitive to get to play, but a little bit easier to win. And otters, they might get their own game like that. But right now, one of the main things we've talked about is just like a bonus. Like if you have
both, you're gonna win more.
yeah.
So yeah, it's that's just one perk. We're gonna be coming out with something.
And they'll be able to be staked too.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're not making a new native token or anything like that. It's all going to be under tokens, even the otters. That's why it's all under the factory. It all ties in together. You're going to start. I know you guys. I did a little bit of lore, like those little comics, but I'm going to be making more. There's like a whole storyline that's being developed to kind of encompass the otters and the frogs, like tie it all together.
There is some cool stuff coming. Like we've been drawing on some like stickers and just like making up some stuff. Like we got the Shred Otter, which is like Shredder and the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, and then Alex, that's going to be the main character.
But yeah, it's basically like with what little bit of lore we do have, and you'll notice it in the Factory Runner game if you've played. Like we've taken like other CNFT projects that have like vehicles or stuff that you make in a factory, and that's like the stuff you're jumping over, like snowmobile parts or rocket parts and stuff like that. But like the kind of whole overall arcing story is, that the frogs, they work in different factories and otters are their bosses.
Yeah, and they get paid in tokens, this, that, the other. And then, what was I going to say? I had something I wanted to say. It's on the tip of my tongue. Oh my gosh, I just lost my train of thought. God dang. It was something important.
That's not been that important.
Yeah.
No, it was important, I'm telling you. Oh yeah, okay, it's not important, but it's something I wanted to say. I told you guys that shirt that I showed in the Discord, there was a clue on it. The clue was that skull that the frog was standing on, that was an otter skull. Like I said, none of you would probably get it, and nobody did get it, but we told you guys about this since CNFT Con, just nobody knew.
Yeah.
That kind of incorporates a little bit of mystery, I guess, into the lore, and the frog is standing over it with a sword, so maybe that's a clue on who's going to win in the end. But
we're gonna try to do these podcasts too, like Mondays and Sunday nights, kind of the same with Frog Factory, because I know myself, with not owning a tattoo shop that I don't have to pay money for anymore and having to work more, like it's hard for me to be in the Discord a lot.
so this is a good way that we can bring back our faces. And these guys, they've been killing it. Like I said, we just kind of told you what we've been working on. That stuff's not easy.
And we've been doing
The dragons.
The dragons, and the dragons are minting soon. Dude, that's really important. You guys go check out their Discord, go check out their
If you follow
stuff.
Mike or A-Dubs or any of those guys, you know all about Ada Dragon Alliance.
I mean, dude, they got an all-star team of developers, so it's a project that you know, and then we did the art. So of course I'm biased, but man, I'm telling you, it's a solid team. It's a solid project.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna be minting that personally. I can say that. I got a couple relics. It's gonna be tight. And then Gomez said Cindy has asked all my questions. What do you ask?
We answered the multiple forklift.
And then like how I explained how the two projects tie together. It all ties in under the factory name.
The timeline for the forklifts, we've already said, it's up to y'all. It's whenever all the parts are gone.
Yeah, and so like I said, that's gonna help you guys. We're helping you out with that by making it where Tuesday to Friday you don't need a cert. Get them while you can. They're gonna go quick. I know a lot of people have been asking me that, saying they're gonna mint more parts if they didn't have to have a cert. So
yeah,
you ask and you shall receive.
It's not one of those things where like, oh, it never minted out, so we're not gonna fucking do it. Like we had a plan to like mint like 20 parts a week just to like get it sold out ourselves. Like we were gonna mint them and like use them for giveaways or whatever.
But
so it'll mint out eventually. It'll get there, but
yeah, and I mean I'm excited to see who's gonna win. I know like a lot of people have been killing it on the trading with forklifts. Yeah, it's gonna be good. I mean we're giving away Ape Society, Boss Cat, like all kinds of stuff. So if you want to get into some blue chip projects without breaking the bank, this is definitely a good time to pick up forklift
I think
parts.
we're putting did you already put like the forklift parts on mutants?
Yeah, you can stake those.
No, I mean to win the raffle.
Oh no, I'm gonna be doing that, but we have some that we minted that are a little bit higher ticket, like some Ape Society, some stuff like that. We're gonna raffle those off on mutants. I know we give away a Boss Cat and some other stuff, but that's just some more stuff we're gonna be raffling off. And then yeah, if you don't have your frog stake, do it. I mean, that's auto submit to DD. That's worth it in and of itself for me. I mean, I think that covers mostly what we want to cover on today's podcast. Do you?
As the Highlanders, man, they're done. Like, we just have to give them to Tyler and have him like mint them. The reason that we really haven't like worried about it though is because like we can't pay money for them. Like we can't give you like something that has a monetary value because it's against the law.
Yeah, that's why tokens don't have a liquidity pool. It's a felony.
Well, it's not if you go through all the proper channels and like register your NFT as a security and all that stuff. But maybe one day, I mean, if it ever pops off and there's more than 2,000 people that are interested in it, then yeah, it's something we can look into. But right now, it's too much of a headache for how small we are.
Yeah, it's
also. But hey, I'll let Keaton kind of talk about it. But he's kind of been talking to some people at Boss Cat.
Yeah,
so,
guys.
What up, dude?
I've been talking to people at Boss Cat.
We have a meeting, I think.
Yeah, we're trying to get some stuff set up. We told you guys from the beginning what metaverse we want to be in, so that's kind of what we've been working on. That I've been in talks with. Well, I'm not going to name drop, but some people that are more than just moderators. So we'll see how that all goes, but due to holding some stuff, we think we can pull it off. We're pretty confident. Not to mention,
we're not selling the Highlanders. We're going to eventually get them all like minted. They're just free. Like you'll just get.
We said monetary value as in we can't pay them for just holding. Like that's
that falls under passive income and like dividends.
Yeah, DD gets around that because it's like a raffle. But I think that. I mean, do you have anything else to say? I think that we covered mostly everything for this week.
I'm sure I do. If I think of it, we'll talk about it next week. Maybe we should make like I think we have an AMA. I think we have an AMA channel in the Discord, right?
Yeah, we do. So on next week's, if you want any topics covered on that,
no, hand me the smaller one.
Then ask it. Sorry, guys. Pennywise is busy.
He's got to do his day job.
Yeah. I mean, other than that, though, next week we're going to be covering more topics. Also, we were talking about doing kind of like a lot of other YouTubers, a weekly breakdown of projects that are minting and stuff. If you guys want to let me know how you feel about that, either in the comments or the Discord, feel free. I'm not saying we're going to do it, but I'm not saying we're not. So let me know if you guys are even interested in that. And then I'm going to make another stupid cheesy thumbnail for next week, too.
There is something else I'm trying to think.
We covered staking, merch, games, otters, tokens,
Here, post up on that, dude. That thing's gonna fucking drop on.
Understood.
Yeah, getting in the boss cat world is gonna be big. I mean, I think like there's a few metaverses
Yeah,
or
right finger.
people that are
Let's
building metaverses. Or
Because I want something
One of the
to go
ones
here
that
would
I
just be
have a
more
lot of
better to
faith
do
in.
on the ring.
Absolutely. Catnip, super cool dude.
Like shotgun.
I like Boss Cat. We've said from the beginning that's the metaverse we want to be in. That's all of our biggest holds, I can say.
yeah,
And
mallards and boss cat.
yeah, me is just Boss Cat. Got rockets, cats, aliens, all of it. I mean, to me, I think that sums up what we wanted to cover in this podcast. Can you think of anything else at all? I mean, I can't for this week.
Oh, so like I said, we've started drawing traits and stuff. Traits that you guys want to see. Like we have a shit ton of stuff that we want to do. Like whether it's making fun of other stuff or making fun of us or stuff we think's funny or pop culture. Just like if there's like any kind of stuff you guys want to see.
Yeah, you're gonna pick if you have it on yours. So
Yeah.
if you have,
Sure.
if you've ever seen anything you want to come to life in NFT, I mean, this is the time to do it. Like,
Yeah.
I know that they're open to drawing stuff. I know I got some ideas. I know we're gonna make one about how great this podcast is. Yeah, guys. So just let us know in Discord. We're gonna be doing much more tweets and stuff. I started a marketing agency. It's gonna be it kind of helped me explain like algorithms and stuff. So we should see some better results than what we have seen on the Twitter and stuff from what I have learned.
I think it's all right for now. Like Ada crashed a few months after we launched, so I mean, like I think we're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
All things considered.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And not to mention we never faked anything. I won't go into that, but yeah, guys.
Bitter.
Got anything else? All right, guys. That will conclude Breakroom episode 1, and we will see you guys next week.
It'll be better.
Yeah, it will be. Have a good